What's goody, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Who's Mans, and you already know what time it is. We ending out this little struggle session with the bad teams, using the lines today, and we looking over the lines playbook. So hit the subscribe button and the like button if you're new, because we're going through all 32 playbooks, all 32 teams, and yeah, man, let's get into it. Alright, so Lions playbook. We really about to struggle. I thought I was gonna struggle more with the Jets, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. You don't make stupid plays, you have a better chance of winning. So anyway, the Lions in real life, they run the ball a lot. They have DeAndre Swift and oh gosh, I can't remember the other running back. I want to say his last name is Johnson, but they run the ball a lot. So I'm probably going to try to stay under center because Jared Goofball probably going to lose me the game if I do too much. So we're going to do that. So we're going to stay under center, probably mess with some pistol here and there, some gun here and there. But, I'm going to try to keep two tight ends on the field, especially with TJ Hawkinson. So keep our playmakers on the field. So let's get into this here. So we're going to start on wing. Obviously, I know the deal with wing. You got flood. You got the close PA post, the PA cross, and the zone strong, which I love. Tight end attack, always a good play. What's nice about this is that route by right, especially in cover 3, should get in a nice spot. And that was man, cover 1 man, but you have an advantage there. And boom. But it's Jared Goofball, so yeah. But we're going to move on from this formation because, like I said, I'm not going to go too in-depth with any of that. I'm just showing you guys, at least with this team, how I would run it. Next, we're going into wing stack. Wing stack is always a great formation. You have smash drive, which there's an option route, as you see there. If it's zone, Hawkinson's going to stop just actually like in between the left tackle and I believe that would be the right end there. He should stop there if it's zone. If not, then he'll just keep running the drag. If it's man, he'll run the drag, and you're going to see he stops. So just if you see those kinds of routes, usually if it's zone, they'll stop. So that's a good way to tell if it's zone or man sometimes post-snap. Other than that, yeah, they have PA fork, the zone weak, smash drive, levels. Levels is, I really like levels because it has potential for a big play. Let's see. Wing slot is also another good formation. Stretch alert bubble. This tight end spot, another great play. It's similar to, oh gosh, I cannot think of the play. I'm blanking out, but you have this double move by Reynolds, and depending on what team you're using, wow, if you're using like the Chiefs and you put Tyreek there, huge game potential, especially if it's like cover 4. You see that there, and I fat fingered that, but make your reads. If you notice it's zone, then you have the high-low route concept on the right. If it's cover 3, you do have that deep dig because Reynolds. But if it's cover 3, I'd probably just send Reynolds like so, and usually he gets in a nice part of the zone. Obviously, that was man, so it would have been more beneficial to have the double move, but and then you just make your read high-low there, take your advantage, especially if you think you're getting blitzed. But it's a great play. Another way you can run this as well is just streak right. Use him as a clear out. But this looks like man. Or it's not. And then you have TJ Hawkinson. And the reason I knew it wasn't man is just how they reacted to that double move on the left side, which I'll show you that. Because you have to make your pre and post snap reads. I thought it was man. I seen immediately that he moves outside. So I automatically know it's zone. So then I look directly to this side. DeAndre Swift runs down. I see that the flat defender, which this ended up being cover 3 cloud. So I look over here. I see that this cloud defender moves down. I know that at some point he's going to stop because of this dig. So he comes down to the dig. That leaves Hawkinson open because right is clearing out for this deep blue. And you fit it in there for a touchdown. So there's not too many plays in this, but you also have PAFL dive. Another good play. It's mainly for zone. You do have the man potential, and one thing that's nice about this, I'll just do random plays. If you want to keep that out route there, you can, or if you want to give yourself more space, put right on it, just a flat route. But I'm just going to keep it stock, and you're going to see here, this looks like man. And what's nice about this play is if you want, you can put Raymond on a comeback on that backside, but you do have a high-low, and then you also have potential, unlike cover 2 with Reynolds going over the middle, because Hawkinson is going to draw that strong safety to the outside. Raymond has potential going vertical on the outside as well, and then usually you can pick between the 3. This looks like man, so in man, I'd probably go with the comeback route by Raymond, but he's not the best route runner. And then we'll run it one more time. This looks like it's either cover 3, and you see there, if we have more field, the possibility is with B there. We're gonna move on here. Next, we're going to go to Deuce Close. Deuce Close is always a good formation. You have the HB wham, which I want to show you something because it's very similar to the trap. And there's a certain way you want to run this. Usually, you don't want to run it if you have a nose tackle lining directly over the center. I believe that's how that works. Alright, so with the wham, one thing that makes the wham really good is if the defensive line aligns. Now, this is towards the, you want this aligned where the tight end pulling back inside to make the wham block is going to be taking this defensive tackle here. You want him lined up in the A gap in between the center and the guard opposite of the tight end. Reason being, the center, right guard, and right tackle are all pulling outside to, as you see here, they're going to pull outside and leave the nose tackle there to come free so that you can clean them up with the wham block. And it creates a crease because it allows the left guard to get to the second level. If I can, hold on. So basically, it's going to allow this left tackle to get into the second level, 1. 2, it allows the right guard also to get to the second level. The thing is, Pratt, I believe that, no, that's not Pratt, but the right outside linebacker was already really close to the line of scrimmage, so he's going to take him right off the bat. And as you see here, it creates a nice lane where you have a guard on a linebacker, or sometimes that could be a safety. And you see there, it creates a lot of space for that run. So if you don't have it aligned this way, it makes it a little bit more tricky. But that's the goal, is to get the defensive tackle kind of out of the play and allowing your guards to get up the field to block in the second level. Next, we're going to move on to bunch. They have just a straight up dive out of this bunch. Z option. You have verticals, tight end angle, Z spot, tight Y off, which is similar to Deuce close, but instead of having two tight ends, it's going to be you're replacing him with a slot receiver, giving you just a little bit more speed on the field. Double south is always a great formation. Flanker spot, a good play. High-low on both sides. If they're playing cover 2 or cover 3, you have a high-low on both sides. For instance, here, this looks like cover 3 cloud. So if you wanted to, you could flip the play just to give yourself more space, but obviously they're going to switch it to here. So, but just to give you a heads up on how maybe I know that this possibly is cover 3 cloud, is your cloud side corner is going to be playing a little further down. But you have to make your post snap read. But boom, and you see there you have Reynolds for the corner. Bell's not going to be able to get over there quick enough, and obviously you take your high-low. And then also on this right side, as you see there, Equinemius St. Brown is going to get over the middle, and usually it takes a second to get back there. And you just take your read. Now, if they come down to take Equinemius St. Brown, you can take your running back route and just take your advantage. All you got to do is make a man miss, or you can just read the right side of the field as well and just take your high-low there. And this was an ill-advised throw, but take your advantage there. Next, you have doubles off close, which I've gone through a couple of times, and Y trips as well. I form, they have I form Y off, slot close, tight, and wing, which I noticed they run a lot of like tight and wing, a lot of formations with two tight ends to run the ball. PA clear out. I love this concept on the right side, especially against cover 2. Now, it's not my favorite, when it's condensed like this, but it's great because you have the clear out, and usually A or the inside guy can get a nice release there. It just pushes them back enough, and you do have to read that. And you see there, that was a horrible throw, but you see there, he does get a nice release. And if they play underneath, he still has the ability to get out there and complete that catch. And then not to mention, on the left side, you have a high-low. And then you also have a check down in your running back over the middle, which a lot of users kind of forget about. There are like a few plays that, I like. Double dig is nice. PAX dig, I should say, is kind of nice as well. If you wanted to, you could send maybe your tight end to the right side, and that maybe gives them the feel that maybe you're going to run the ball. And, right there, just take your check down. And it kind of gives you that dagger look as well. But there's another way you can just do this if you think they're blitzing. You can throw it to your fullback down there. And I don't think many people will think you're going to, check it off to your fullback. And then especially if you switch to your fullback with your running back, and then you have a better receiving option there too. And maybe, if it's a cover 3 look like this, I'd do it like so, and then maybe put your B receiver on a comeback. And then that was a horrible throw there, but So they have strong Y off, which once again, not many plays. FB middle, similar to the FB middle in the Niners playbook I showed you guys. Weak pro, and then we're gonna mess with pistol because they have the flex hip, and then they also have double stack, which this double stack is really good as well. They have the PAY cross, the stack out verticals. The only thing they don't have is the trap run, but the RPO alert screen is good enough as well. Only reason I'm saying this is because just strictly for alignment issues, those corners are usually far enough out to where it gives you nice one-on-one blocks with your line against their line. So you see here, you have that. And then also you see Hawkinson has the potential to come block, but he seems to not block the one person you need, but you do have that option. Boom. So there's that alignment issue there. And then with verticals, the nice thing about 4 verts is if it's cover 2 or anything like that, sometimes I like to put the inside guys on a comeback route like so. And you see that. Usually if I see them sprint straight back, if it's like cover 3 or so like that, I will literally just throw outside on that wheel route, and it usually gets a good release. So it creates just a lot of issues strictly off alignment. And then you also have double flex hip, which this power O, if I remember correctly, is really nice because it creates a nice gap outside. And usually power O's are inside runs, but this is more of like an outside power O. As you see, it creates a nice little lane on the outside of the tight end, or right in between the tight end and that tackle. They create a nice little lane. Now, obviously, they blitz like that, off the left side, it's going to create some issues. But you see there, it creates a nice lane. And, if your line's a lot better, like, maybe with the Cowboys, you see here, it just creates more issues. I'm gaining like 5 yards of pop there. If you're using a better team, this run has a lot more potential, and I'm not even using the sprint button, and I'm picking up a lot of yards there. Next, you have this PA boot slide, which can be pretty nice as well. Anytime you have to clear out from the inside receiver with the comeback on the outside, especially against cover 3 or man, always great. Vertical tight end cross. Now you can, with this play, run a similar concept that I talked about in the Jags. Send Hawkinson over there, have him run the comeback, boom. And because he comes from the backfield, sometimes that linebacker is just in a weird spot. And then also in the Ohio concept, if it's cover 2, they have a hard time with that streak because the flat defender is going to have to take the out route. And if they play over top, then sometimes you have the potential for the out route to do really well, especially against cover 3 if they have a linebacker there. So you do have that. And then also, depending on the tight end you have, it just creates a lot of issues with the tight end. And if you wanted to, you could also put Reynolds on a comeback route just to give yourself something, or you could send your running back to the outside like such, and boom, just hit your running back, especially if they sink back into the defense. Next, we're looking at the gun. They have gun slot weak, and they also have wing stack. The only thing that sucks in this is they don't have the mesh spot, but they have something that you can kind of use to create that look. What you can do, streak Raymond, put Reynolds on the drag like so, and just wheel Swift. And I would leave Hawkinson on a deep dig because it creates a similar look. and then boom, and you see there, Swift makes a good block. But I use this play a lot, especially in the red zone. It just creates a lot of issues. And if you wanted to, you could also just kind of keep it similar that way, and then run it like so. If you want to have your more athletic guy, and it just puts him in space. And Khalif Raymond is very fast and shifty, so you have more ability with that there. You could put Hawkinson on a comeback route like so. And if they follow heavily on that right side, you do have right on the left side there. They do have doubles. Probably not my favorite, but this HB angle is great. I probably just put the outside receiver on the left side there, opposite of the running back. I'd put him on a comeback route instead of that fade route. I mean, this playbook is okay. Y cross, instead of having on a zig, you could put him on a drag, and it just creates a high low over the middle. Also, or if you wanted to keep him on that zig, if it's man, you can do that. The only thing I don't like is, there's a lot of space on the other side of the field there, and what's nice about that is with most of the routes going to the left of the field, it's nice to have a route coming back to the other side like that, because if you've seen, the corner on the other side of the field jumps down on that, and also just you have more space. But Jared Goofball can't make a simple pass, so it's just better with spacing. Doubles Y flex, a lot of motion routes that have FL drive, jailbreak screens, or I haven't messed with those too much. Flanker spot can be nice. You could create a mesh concept there, giving yourself a high-low read over the middle with that dig, and then also a better look for the corner route. Y trips weak. Just have this reverse play. Jet 6 drive, which looks pretty interesting. Almost like a verticals type play. They do have Y corner, which is really nice, and then level switch, which I've shown you guys before. Y off trips weak, which they have the strong flood, the dig cross, Z under, which can be really nice. Slot 2 buck. Now they have trips tight end, which there's a bunch of different plays like this on the internet, on YouTube I should say. But they do have a good trips tight end style playbook. The RPO zone alert bubble is great. I usually put that in instead of for my run play. They have bunch, which this bunch has mesh post, really good play. Slot return is actually nice too. That zig route from the outside receiver on the bunch side gets a nice release. You have flood, verts, obviously. Flanker drive can be good. Mesh spot can be good as well. Z spot and go. So this bunch is pretty good as well. They have tight, which tight is a good play. HB sweep, base. They have drive corner. PA slot options, which can be a cover 3 beater, can be a cover 4 beater as well. Slot seams on this double Y flex is really good. PA deep outs is a great play as well. Y sail, once again, a really good play. Dagger, this doubles Y flex is a great formation. Flood, slot cross, really good formation there. And they have spread flex weak, which also has some pretty nice plays. Inside cross, mesh concept there. You have PA dagger, which is another good one. And then you also have hitch seam, trips tight end flex, level sail, tight end in, verticals, Y out and up, trips Y flex. This slot fork is kind of like a scissors concept, which could be good against cover 4 as well. Then you have inside attack, which would create a lot of issues for cover 3. Curls can be, in this formation, can be really good as well. You have stick and nod. Then you have your empty sets, which, once again, if you like running your empty sets, usually you guys know what you like. But other than that, that's it for this. This gameplay is going to be tough, but hey, we're going to have to fight through adversity and get the dub. So hopefully I can get the dub. If you guys do enjoy stuff like this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to bring more, and then it's going to be a little bit more energy in these next videos after these, because these teams are a lot better that I'll be using. The Packers, Ravens, all those teams. So should be a little bit more interesting after that. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.